So if we're working together, where do we start? With the cause of death missing from the Monokuma file?
Why don't we try removing all our preconceived notions before we discuss this? In the beginning, there were worms.
Where'd that come from?
Worms.
That's from Worms? I've never played. Oh, I guess I played Worms once.
It's one of the voice packs. It's like the announcer one. It's like, and one of the clips they do is, in the beginning, there were worms. In the beginning, our discussion advanced by assuming Nagito's death was caused by the spear. It's better to confirm if there are any other possibilities. That's what I think.
Other possibilities, huh? If something other than the spear killed Nagito, all I can think of is the knife stabbed into his hand, but... That was definitely a gruesome wound, but it wouldn't be a fatal wound, don't you think?
I mean, if it bled enough. It never seems like blood loss is a thing in these games.
If you think the cuts on his legs and left arm aren't the fatal wounds, I mean... blood loss was the cause of death for Mahiru.
No, it was blunt force trauma to the head.
It was blood loss caused by blood force trauma.
No, it was instant death because of that. Remember?
Well, it at least got brought up because they were like, no, she was still alive long enough to crawl to the door.
I thought it was blood loss for Hiyoko because of the neck incision.
Yeah, for Hiyoko.
Okay.
It also would have been for Byakuya because he was just stabbed. Or, sorry, imposter. Whatever, I'm calling him Byakuya. But...
Falling for Fat Gami?
It also was blood loss for Sayaka back in the first game. Yeah, it's... Blood loss is a thing that happens. I think it's just... To be fair, I imagine
they don't list it as blood loss. They list it as something the weapon killing them.
Yeah, I feel like if Nagito did die, I don't think Nagito died from the blood loss. I feel like he was injured enough, like right before his death, that it would look like that, but the blood loss wasn't what killed him technically.
No, I doubt it was. I don't think it was the blood loss because they would have brought it up. I just think, considering how many times he was stabbed, I think this would be a time for blood loss death.
Maybe you don't lose blood that quickly through your limbs.
No, there's some pretty major arteries in there. What do you think about cutting your wrists and how you bleed out from that?
I mean, I just know that in the Walking Dead game, you can cut your arm off and you survive. And you don't even do anything medical about it.
That's dumb.
I think that's more for media purposes.
Yeah, this is also media. They're both video games that deal with murder and are dumb about it.
At this point, I think we're all still on the poison grenade theory.
Oh yeah, I'm still fairly certain that's the thing. I think it's just a case of like, maybe he did it right. He like did all that stuff to himself. Maybe he was literally in position for it. And then when the fire started, that's when he started stabbing himself so that he had time to stay alive.
But then again, Monokuma herded us away from it. Maybe for like a few minutes, maybe there wasn't enough time for everything. Besides, if we thought the fire was going to just get rid of the plushie, wouldn't it be thrown earlier?
Oh, that's right.
Let's continue.
If you think the cuts on his legs and left arm aren't the fatal wounds. Are we finished already?
I feel like it's possible that we overlooked something.
Overlooked, huh?
And let's bring up whatever we can think of, one after the other. That might clear some things up.
Exactly. We should cooperate at a time like this.
Oh dear, we might have everyone speaking.
A fatal wound that wasn't the spear. We don't even know if it actually exists, but if it does, we need to find out what it is, no matter what.
I don't know what they want from us here.
Well, we're gonna find out. Here we go.
Blue paper?
Let us consider a different fatal wound. It's not the knife in his right hand, right? It's not the other wounds, right? With all those wounds, maybe he simply bled to death.
There's no way he burned to death.
Was the cause of his death something that cannot be seen?
It was something that can't be seen. Maybe he choked himself with a sleeper hold. Or liquefied his guts with a body blow.
Just thinking about it, that's already a horrible death.
Alright, so you know what
So
we need to do.
saying,
Yeah.
I got distracted. I was trying to read the things whenever Chiaki's line came up.
Yeah, like, when three things show up and they're in the exact same, like, orientation, you're like, wait, which one do I read?
that's fair.
Real cause of Nagito's death. There's something I overlooked? Alright. No way he burned to death. Consent! God
You
damn it,
barely-
Hajime!
You barely managed to get that.
Yeah.
That's it. I totally forgot about that possibility.
What about this poison I have? Hajime, why do you have poison? No reason.
For when I was going to kill Nagito before he killed himself. Oh, that's understandable. If the cause
I
of death
didn't get to use it. Oh, okay then.
If the cause of death was something we can't see, then we have to consider poison as a possible method.
Imagine he just drops the bottle in the courtroom.
Oh god.
Poison.
It is true that poison is not something we can see, but why did you bring that up all of a sudden?
Because of this poison.
It's poisonous.
I'm so glad that's becoming an in-joke.
I don't even remember what it's from.
Is that much of an in-joke? We forget the source.
Rhino, what was
It
it
was
from?
only like last week.
We brought it up in
Remember
Danganronpa,
last
yeah,
week?
but what was it from before then?
My story,
Your story?
which I think was in Stardew a day.
Ah, okay, that would
Maybe.
explain it. Okay.
Stardew?
Don't worry about it. I remember. When I went to investigate Nagito's cottage, I discovered something really strange. Inside the refrigerator, I found a bottle of Monokuma's special poison for poisoning use only. Poison!
Additionally, that's a poison made specifically for
Are
killing.
you falling asleep again?
No, that time I was alt-tab trying to look up a clip of the thing.
Ah.
I see. Now that you mentioned it, there's no way a toxin like that doesn't relate to the case at all.
If poison was the cause of death, it would not leave an obvious wound on Nagito's body. However, it's common for blood blotches to appear on a body that's been poisoned. Well, I see. You sure seem to know a lot about medicine. What does that mean?
But even if blood splotches appear, if the body was already covered in blood, there's no way we notice them easily, right? Boy, it's a good thing none of them appeared under the duct tape or in any of the areas where we were drawing clues from.
Did he wound his body just to camouflage him?
That's a possibility.
But still, both of Nagito's hands were full, so how would he drink poison?
His left hand was tied up and gripping the sphere, and his right hand had a knife stuck in it.
If it was a slow-acting poison, it is possible he consumed it in advance. No, the warning label on the bottle explicitly states the effect is instant. It's impossible. Both of his hands were full just before he died.
And this is where the hardtail appears.
You're totally overvaluing that tail! His mouth was covered with duct tape, you know. If he wanted to drink poison, how'd he get it past his lips?
If there's no way he could have drank the poison, it might be impossible. Just kidding. It's not like we're out of the possibilities yet.
Are there any left? Hell no! No matter how you slice it, he was totally killed by that spear. Or wouldn't that be no matter how you stab it? I'm gonna fucking kill you, Kazuichi!
Since
Really?
we've already rolled out so many possibilities, it might be easier to think about what really killed him. Operation Elimination Method. The hint should be written on the poison's warning label. Maybe.
The way the poison entered Nagito's body, the answer is written on the warning label. I should think carefully and try to remember it. Please no. Please no. Open your eyes, you fucker. It better be... Okay, good.
We were was hanging this gambit.
Yes!
Oh, we got a life meter down there.
Yeah, we've had that.
I didn't notice that until just now. You know, it'd be a really dick move if they had us go through that arch that had one something shoot up. Oh, jeez.
Alright, question 1. What state was the poison in when it affected Nagito? Liquid, gas, or solid? Gas.
Gas? Yeah.
It would have to be.
Yeah. Oh, this is again. Oh, jeez. Shit.
Alright, I forget they did the one thing that wasn't poisonous was the giant fucking spider.
What?
I'm watching the clip.
Oh, was this a Bug Fables?
No.
It's
What
something
kind
for
of
like
show?
a show he watched that he brought up in Stardew Valley when he and I were playing it. How the
I
poison
just
entered
thought it was a
Nagito's
funny thing.
it entered through his nose.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
his mouth is blocked off.
Although I actually didn't remember some of the steps they did leading up to it. It's like, first it's emus that attack you and are poisonous. Then there's this tree. Don't touch it. It's poisonous. Then there's this electric fence. Careful, it's poisonous. Oh, look, a giant fucking spider. Yeah, that's harmless. Don't worry about it.
Oh wow, it was only 2. Okay.
Huh.
Gas through his nose. Ah.
How do I link a YouTube video with a timestamp?
Right.
Oh, it should have an option to say what time. If you're on the computer, you should be able to do that.
I'm trying to explain how he does it.
Sorry.
Figured it out.
Okay. What if instead of drinking the poison, we assume he inhaled it? Inhaled? It's written on the poison's warning label. This enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Liquid is very dangerous when vaporized. Dangerous when vaporized. In other words, breathing in the gas is fatal.
Poison gas, and all he had to do was breathe in through his nose.
He breathed that poisonous gas inside the warehouse. But if poisonous gas had spread throughout the warehouse, why didn't it kill us? Reason we didn't breathe in that poisonous gas. Should be able to explain that mystery too.
The Monokuma merch? No, this is sprinklers, but why is the Monokuma merch there?
The smoke.
No,
Oh, the sprinklers.
because of sprinklers, because it's susceptible to hydrolysis.
That too,
Yeah.
yeah. Good point.
The sprinklers in the warehouse. Thanks to those, we didn't inhale that poison gas.
Well,
The poison gas is because of the sprinklers? It wasn't the fire?
I like the expression there. Well, well, this was also written on the poison's warning label.
Susceptible to hydrolysis.
And also heavier than air.
Of course, hydrolysis. The chemical bonds that formed the poison were broken down by the water from the sprinklers.
Also, the poison is apparently denser than air, so it probably didn't affect us because we were standing.
But Nagito was laying down, so he must have breathed in a whole bunch of it, huh?
If it meets the requirements that well, maybe it's not just a possibility anymore.
Yeah, the true cause of Nagito's death was poisoning. The wounds on his body, the spear in his stomach, it was all to keep us from learning the truth. So what? Huh?
Huh?
We figured out that Nagito died from poison, but So what? In the end, it doesn't change the fact that he committed suicide, right? Then enough already.
Are you stupid?
I mean, to be fair, we haven't exactly reached the point of being like it came from the fire grenades.
No. I'm at the point where it's saying he couldn't have done it because he had his hands tied up by that point. If it's instantaneous, right?
Well, I mean, everyone else is getting to that, so I imagine we're about to address that.
Nagito prepared the poison inhaled the poison he prepared. Prepared the poison he inhaled and died. Yeah, that still sounds like suicide.
Well, with this, we have a clearer picture. We've also determined the true cause of death. Alright, all the mysteries should be solved now. We should get on with the voting time, right? Well, but... what? There's still more? I mean... not all the mysteries have been solved yet. In the end, Nagito's motive is still unclear. Did he commit suicide just so he could kill every last one of us? Was that really his motive?
For a second there, I saw Beacon's one, and I was like, a windmill?
Bandages.
Is that
I
really
know,
a
it looks
thing?
like a windmill.
Hey, what happened? There's no reason to wonder about that stuff anymore, you know. Nagito's motive. Nagito's malice. Is this really okay? Can we really finish this here?
Nagito's hope boner.
No, that can't be. His front tail.
There might have been an accomplice.
Huh? Chiaki? What did you just say?
If Nagito committed suicide by inhaling poison that he brought, then why wasn't there anything that looked like poison at the crime scene?
Anything that looks like poison.
If Nagito brought poison to the warehouse, it's strange that we couldn't find it there.
Nagito really brought poison to the warehouse, then the thing that would have been left
The
behind.
meat on the bone!
Why is that there?
The container.
1 minute. Give it just 1 minute. I'll eat the whole thing. Hey, that's already over and done with.
She's right. I deserve to be yelled at.
The dominatrix effect.
Are you talking about the container the poison was kept in? Also, somebody commented on the on the video of Meat on the Bone, and they said, "You got meat on the bone first try. You're not human."
Well, I knew the answer. I don't think I told you though, so you did well. Yeah, if Nagito brought it, it's strange we couldn't find the container anywhere, right?
You can't carry around poison without putting it in a container.
Yeah, that was written on the warning label.
Do not carry it around while not in a container.
Keep it
Away from sunlight in a cool, dry container.
The container probably melted in the fire.
It's probably plastic or glass, right? There's no way it completely incinerate. Even the plastic fragments of the fire grenades we used to put out the fire didn't completely burn up, you know.
Then, does that mean someone got rid of the container?
So that's why you mentioned an accomplice.
That is impossible! I mean, an accomplice, it is just two. Like, does that really matter all that much?
It's Soda. It's Soda did it.
I mean, even if he had an accomplice, it doesn't change the fact that Nagito still committed suicide. You're right. Someone might have accidentally took it away from the crime scene.
Yeah, you're right. You're totally right. That's totally it.
Right?
Not.
Isn't it okay to close this case yet? I'm not in the mood for unexpected twists.
Well, too bad.
Don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to get hurt anymore by hurting someone else. Everyone's tired. Tired of doubting everyone else. I also feel that way. That's why I want to just rule this as Nagito's suicide. If I do that, nobody here has to get hurt. But that's no good. Huh? I feel like Nagito is seeing through us. By calling this Nagito suicide, we're trying to take the easy way out so we don't hurt anyone else. But if Nagito was here right now, he'd probably be sneering at us.
Hurt the ones you love.
He'd probably say something like, "So that's the extent of your hopes."
So, Nagito's ghost is whispering to you, huh?
Does he want bagels?
And how our friendship bursts beyond death, eh? A fiery outcome like this is right out of a teen manga. Still, that's pretty messed up.
Shut up! You be quiet!
Shut up, you be quiet.
Shut up!
Shut up,
Shut up!
shut up,
Shut up!
shut up.
Shut up!
No, you shut up.
I'll shut up if you shut up.
I'll think on this.
I get what you're saying, but in the end, the reason he died is still the same as before, right? Even if we solve this mystery, the conclusion won't change at all. I can't talk, I was told to shut up.
Speak.
Well, I mean, it'd be a suicide regardless, right? Even if there really was an accomplice, is there any reason we should take the time to figure out who it is? Like Fuyuhiko said earlier, it is possible that somebody accidentally removed the poison from the crime scene. But I just can't imagine ending this by turning our backs on the truth. Also, the accomplice might be considered the actual murderer in this case.
Possibly.
I don't know.
It's fine, okay? There's some things are better off not knowing. And she punches her fist out and hits him in the face.
I didn't know. It was on my blind side.
I probably didn't notice it. Like, maybe the container was hiding with the fire grenade fragments.
Dun 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 dun
What
dun.
is this feeling just now?
Freaking soundboard, come on!
Even though it was brief, it was like a strong flash of light running through the back of my head.
Fashion flight.
A flash of flight! Fascist light!
Oh, jeez.
Maybe what Akane said just now might be a new clue. From there, I might be able to reach the answer. The way Nagito brought the poison, which means the thing he used as a container was... Oh no.
Hangman's Gambit.
Fire grenade, okay.
Yeah. We got an F right there. This one looks a lot more subdued. Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Why was the first one so harsh then?
I don't fucking know. Here, you hang out over there, E.
Hey.
E the letter, not EU.
Oh, there's a G.
Ah,
Oh,
fuck.
we need that E. There's an E. Watch out. That T's about to explode. Yes. That was a lot easier than the other one.
What the hell was up with that first one?
I don't know.
I see. I got it.
Uh,
The fire grenades. Nagito put the poison inside one of the fire grenade canisters and transported it to the warehouse.
I like how he thinks it's only one.
What? He used one of the fire grenade canisters.
Yeah, the container with the poison in it wasn't secretly taken away by someone. Instead, it was in a container that didn't need to be taken away in the first place. As long as he put the poison in the same container he brought to the warehouse, it can be hidden with the other fire grenades we used, so there's no need to dispose of the container later.
bastard. He totally knew we were going to throw those fire grenades.
Which means, did Nagito exchange the contents of a fire grenade? Yeah, that has to be it. When I first discovered those fire grenades, I tried to study them a little bit, but the canister was completely sealed shut by a layer of aluminum underneath the lid.
You just have to peel off the seal and swap the insides, right?
That is true, but there was no sign he was even at the break room. Hold on. Did you say aluminum?
Aluminium?
Aluminum M&M?
Could it be?
If so, then there's no mistake. Nagito definitely swapped the contents of one of the fire grenades.
Did you know there's a word called albumin? It means like the white part of an egg. Of an egg's insides, I mean, not the shell.
I thought that was just called, like...
It's albumin.
Huh. I thought that was just egg whites, okay. Seriously? That's impossible! This soldier just said so right now!
Sonia's words are proof that the poison was swapped with the contents of a fire grenade.
Huh? Sonia's words contain a clue that the contents of a fire grenade were swapped with the poison. Because...
Blue piece of paper. Totally not a condom.
Oh, fuck, I just realized something.
What?
What?
There was only the one. He really did only swap with one of the canisters.
So someone is a murderer, but there's no way to tell who.
Oh, that's same. So basically what we were thinking before, but in a different way.
Yeah, so instead of
Yeah.
everyone being the murderer, it's someone is the murderer, but no one has any clue who the fuck it is.
What if it's a traitor?
Mm.
I mean, it could
No,
be,
no,
but...
I mean, his luck was like
That's
super
true.
strong.
His fucking... Maybe this is the bullshit powers.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how luck works.
Maybe he wrote on one of them, "Trader, please use this one."
And the trader was like, "Oh, okay." Or sorry,
Okay.
no. Oh, sorry, no. The trader was like, "Oh, okay. I shall do this."
Yeah, her susness has not come up yet.
Dominatrix effect.
You can't get out of it with saying that.
Nah, he wants to be a dominatrix, man.
Take a look. We found this under Nagito's bed when we were investigating his cottage. It's just a piece of trash.
Just a condom.
No, that is not just a piece of trash. The seal I saw in that fire grenade matched this. It is the same aluminium.
Sir, this is America. We say aluminum.
I'm a
This is
man,
Japan.
thank you.
Sir,
Ma'am.
sir.
Dominatrix.
This is Japan. Have you found the little aluminum seal under the Nagito's bed?
The donkey, no? Nagito the donkey. Donkey, no. Don Quixote.
I'm sorry.
Windmills.
I'm so sorry.
It's poisonous.
I mixed up Under and Nagito on accident.
Underito. There's more. That's not the only thing we found in Nagito's room. There's also a whole lot of porn. Also gas mask and gloves.
Did he use that porn when he put the poison inside the fire grenade?
I mean, he may have been going off to it.
It's a dangerous porn, after all. He took extreme caution when fapping to them. We're children. So, what's the issue? Nagito,
So you can
put-
get a copy of it.
what's the issue of the magazine he was reading? I want to see it.
Vacuum based porn.
Oh.
Nagito put the poison in the grenade canister, brought it with him, breathed it in, and died, right? So in the end, he still fucking committed suicide! Enough already!
You're wrong. I'm not correcting it. If the canister wasn't thrown away, then it just means there wasn't an accomplice at all. But
See, I told you, the conclusion is still the same. Nagito committed suicide, end of story.
I admit that there wasn't an accomplice. That was just my misunderstanding.
You are right.
In actuality, the truth is even more horrifying.
What did you say?
What'd you say?
Hey, what do you plan to say now?
One
What
of
the
us is a
hell?
murderer.
Do you still want to keep going? Is this not settled? There is no denying that Nagito's death was a suicide.
Getting awfully sus there, Sonya. No, it's not.
Chiaki?
Exclamation point. I'm sorry, but I just realized it.
Realized what?
We know Nagito used the grenade canister to store the poison. So when was it deployed in the warehouse? When did Nagito breathe in the poison? When I thought along those lines, that's when I realized it.
The horrifying truth?
It probably happened at the same time.
The moment the fire grenades were brought, the moment Nagito breathed in the poison, were the same? That same moment be when we all threw the
When we all
grenades.
threw the grenades.
Yep.
Grenade out!
Who you firing at?
Are you saying it was when we all threw the fire grenades?
Yeah, I think so.
Look at that backpack
Yeet!
falling so far down her back.
When we all threw the grenades to put out the fire in the warehouse.
Like how Kazuichi's the only one who throws underhanded.
Yeet! The poison was deployed, and it converted to poison gas and killed Nagito.
If that is true, then the person who brought the poison and spread it was one of us.
One of us. One of us.
What
They're
the
somewhere
heck?
among us.
One of us threw the poison grenade that killed Nagito?
Hold on a second. The Nagito was.
It would mean he didn't kill himself.
What the heck? But you said so yourself! You said Nagito committed suicide!
So did you.
Then who killed Nagito?
You mean who's the actual killer, right?
Do you know?
Who prepared the poison fire grenade that killed Nagito?
Huh? The person who prepared the poison fire grenade was...
Nagito?
One of us?
The person who prepared it was Nagito.
I felt like we went over this.
It was Nagito, obviously. We just discussed this a few minutes ago.
Then who set the warehouse fire that caused one of us to throw the poison grenade?
That was also Nagito!
No, we can blame Monami for everything. It's given us the option.
That was also Nagito.
Hey, how many times are you going to ask the same damn question?
The next question will be my last. Considering all the facts up till now, why did Nagito set the warehouse on fire?
Reason Nagito set the warehouse on fire to make someone throw the poison.
Yeah,
Yeah?
and
Well, this is a good way to get our health back up.
Don't tell me. He set the warehouse on fire just so we'd have to throw the fire grenades? He set the fire just so we'd put it out. Why'd he do that?
it was a trap.
A trap?
Preparing the poison, creating a reason for us to throw the poison, it was all set up by Nagito. It was all a trap to make one of us throw the poison grenade.
Seriously, I'm asking you who threw it.
I don't know. The person who threw it probably didn't know either.
Could it be? Was that Nagito's trap? This wasn't an intentional murder. This was a murder that Nagito forced someone to do.
What I want you to do is to point this gun at me and fire it.
Click, click, click. They're all duds.
Give it a second. Gun explodes.
Boom.
For that reason. He put the fire grenade that he filled with poison with the other grenades.
Was it the one that was out of sync with the other ones?
Setting up a murder nobody could solve. That was Nagito's true goal. What the hell?
That was a quick spin.
Nagito did not commit murder. Instead, he manipulated someone else into killing him.
It was a quick spin because they didn't want Max standing there just looking at it the whole time.
I wanted you to come forward to help you kill me on your own, so I had to make you do it. To do that, he set a trap to force someone to kill him. The poison grenade and the fire traps, that's why the curtain was the fire's origin point. All the fire grenades we threw at the curtain shattered once they fell to the floor. Because of that, Nagito, who was lying face up on the floor, was able to breathe in the dense poison. Ugh, the smell of poison. Smells like death. And then...
Hold on. If that's true, you can't say the poison was the cause of death. Yeah, it might be the poison's fault he let go of the spear, but the actual cause of death could be either one.
Even so, the poison is what caused him to let go of the spear. That's right! Nagito's killer is the one who made him breathe the poison.
Are you fucking serious? That was his trap all along. Even the wounds all over his body, it was all to mess with the evidence for what actually happened. His true goal was creating a murder that nobody could solve.
Yeah.
Did you try to say that?
He wanted to prove to us that there are mysteries that just can't be solved with educated guesses.
He probably expected his fake suicide when he found out. After all, a mystery that can be solved is destined to be solved in the end. However, he also prepared a mystery that couldn't be solved. As you solve mysteries and bolster your hope, a huge mystery comes along and slaps you in your faces. For those of you who believe there are no unsolvable mysteries, that is when you finally taste despair.
That's where it's starting to lose its meaning.
Meaning he used all the prior class trial verdicts to prepare his final trick. Not all mysteries can be solved. Such a devious trick he played on you, as expected of Nagito.
That's totally messed up. That's so fucked up. It is my fault, because I told you all about the fire grenades. Alright, vote for Sonia. I am so sorry. Please vote me as the killer.
Done.
That's not the fucking issue. Chiaki!
Kurihiko.
It's not the fucking issue here. It's not Miss Sonia's fault. This is all Nagito's doing.
But what should we do? How can we even figure out who the killer is?
It's impossible.
Impossible!
Nagito wanted to create a scenario where we couldn't make a decision. That's why we're at an impasse. However, Monokuma also does not know who the killer is, right? That's right. There's no way he'd be able to figure that out with just his surveillance cameras. If Monokuma doesn't know, this trial doesn't count. Isn't that right?
You know, I don't actually need stuff like cheap-ass surveillance cameras or whatever. I know perfectly well what's happening on this island at all times.
I'm sorry, what?
I know you used the bathroom 3 times yesterday, Sonia, and one of those visits seemed to take a while.
Please stop! I will never become queen!
Oh dear.
How can you? I'm so how could you have such an awful power?
So, of course, this trial still counts. Do your very best to guess who the killer is.
Guess, he says. How the hell are we supposed to do that? Is giving up all we can do?
No, it's too early to give up.
Is there any way to figure out who the killer is?
Maybe. Even though it's just a hunch, it's possible that it's probably... There's one way, I think.
Really?
Hey, is it alright if we look at Nagito's crime one more time from the beginning?
Oh yeah, I forgot that there's a common thing, right?
I want to make sure my hunch is correct. Hajime, please.
Well, Nagito's dead, so we can't steal it like he did last time. That's right. Doesn't mean the trial is over yet. Even though I don't know who killed Nagito, it should be clear what kind of trap he set. Then, I have to do it. Even if it leads to despair. I got it. Let's do this then!